Welcome to the Sellernomics podcast. In today's episode, we'll be featuring one of the many great tools and software available to Amazon sellers to help you grow your FBA business. A special thank you to our sponsor, GETIDA, the global leader in FBA auditing and reimbursements. Get $400 in free FBA reimbursements at getida.com/Sellernomics. Now it's time to show us what you got with your hosts, Rob Stanley and Lisa Kinski.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of Sellernomics. Show us what you got. My name is Lisa Kinski. I'm here with my co-host Rob Stanley, and today we are speaking with a very familiar face. I'm sure he's been on Sellernomics before.
Absolutely.
We have Vincenzo Toscano on with us from Amzbassador, talking about how to get your products featured on Amazon Live. So Vincenzo, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here today. I appreciate it.
I love this topic. This is a great topic.
Great topic, great guest, very aesthetically pleasing background. I always love when I get on with you because I just love you put so much care into the quality of what you do. So Vincenzo, let's go ahead and just get straight into it. So we usually know you from Ecomc, but you also have Amzbassador now. So let's jump straight into, your dashboard, what you all do. I mean, show us how it works.
Yes, so I think I'm going to start first by giving a little bit of background on the tool and why it came to fruition and why I founded this tool and basically what are the things you can get out of it as an Amazon seller. So yes, as you said, my main thing is Ecomc, which is my agency. But on top of that, after working with clients, we always had that conversation with clients that they wanted to, get into this tool, which is Amazon Live, this feature that Amazon allows you to basically stream through, of course, either your account or either the account of influencers to get your product feature on a live stream, basically like QVC style, but within Amazon, right? So usually at the beginning, we're doing everything internally on the agency. So we basically had a team to reach out to this influencer, do the back and forth in terms of negotiation, finding the right, basically agreement to get the product feature. But then we realized it was getting difficult to scale as the agency was also growing. So we basically came to the idea that let's actually design a tool that can help us, navigate all these issues. And that's where Amzbassador came to fruition. And basically, Amzbassador is a one-stop solution to help all those brands that basically want to get the product into a live stream within the Amazon Live platform, but they don't really know how to even get started. They don't know how to get in contact with the right influencers. They don't really have the time to go back and forth, which is very time consuming. And now with a few clicks, which I'm going to be showing you today, you can basically create your campaign. You can basically request an influencer to feature your product, and that's it. So pretty simple.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, let's take a peek at it.
Yeah. Good. So as you can see at the moment, the website is pretty simple. It walks you through some of our past live streams, and it also walks you through some of the steps when it comes to how it works in terms of the whole edu set of creating your campaign as a brand, as an influencer. Because something I also want to point out of this platform, we created for both basically clients in mind, the brands and the influencers. We also want to make it very easy for influencers, if you are one, to basically get into our platform and basically create this side income as well, to basically start creating your community and start engaging with some brands that need influencers to feature the products on Amazon Live. So this platform is built for both. So when it comes to as a brand, it's pretty straightforward. This one, of course, is pretty clear step after step of how to do it, but I'm going to walk you through afterwards. And in the website, you're going to find all the information when it comes of how is as a brand creating basically everything from A to Z and also as an influencer. And what I want to do, and I want to come to the end of this page, is I also want to mention everything that I'm going to be doing today, which I know sometimes brand came to us at the beginning, and that's why we created this partnership. And I want to mention that is that sometimes sellers say, okay, this sounds amazing, I love it, I'm getting amazing results from your platform, but I don't have the time sometimes to do it. And we have partnered with VAA in this venture to basically make sure that if you don't have the time to do it, you can actually use a VA to walk you through all this process I'm going to be walking today. So there's no excuses. You can either do it yourself, your way, or you can actually hire somebody to do it for you. Okay, great. So let's get started. On the website at the top, you're gonna find tutorials as a brand, you're gonna find tutorials as a creator, and also you can find basically different portals to sign either as in this case as a brand or as a creator. And it's very straightforward. Basically, I'm gonna show you the full walk through of how to do it. You have both at the beginning in terms of you need to choose the section if you're gonna log as a brand in this case or as a creator. I'm gonna start first doing the demo as a brand to show you how the dashboard looks, how to basically interact with influencers, and then I'm gonna do the same for creators in case somebody that's an influencer is also watching this. So the first thing, once you log as a, in this case, as a brand, and I'm gonna log as a demo account here. Once you log as a brand, you're gonna have basically a series of options within the dashboard in terms of what you can do to basically enhance the experience that you can get with your software. The first thing is that at the beginning, we were thinking about how to make this very flexible for sellers that have multiple brands, because at the end of the day, we know that nowadays people is very diverse when it comes to selling on Amazon. And now we give the option to create multiple brands within our dashboard. So let's say you have a brand on the kitchen space, you have a brand on the sports space, you have a brand in the beauty space. You can basically segmentate all the campaigns and all the filters of the influencer at the brand level, right? So once you create the account, and just to show you very quickly what you're gonna need to create the account is pretty straightforward. At the beginning, you're gonna need a username, your full name, email, phone number, and the password. The reason why we request this information, the phone number, is because sometimes, let's say, we want to do some specific requirement that the influencer want to clarify with the brand, we request this extra information to make sure that the actual live happens as perfect as possible and meet your branding requirements when it comes to the live stream. Once you create the account, we jump into the dashboard here. As I was saying, you can create as many brands as possible. In this demo account, this specific account basically is around all the calls, this specific product brand. And basically the thing that you will do as you jump into our platform, you need to basically create your brand. You need to specify what is the name of your brand. You need to specify what's your Amazon store link. And then you also need to describe a brief description about what's your brand about, and put a logo. Okay, so you can basically have a clear segmentation of your brand on a visual dashboard, right? Once you have your brand created, the next step will be to create and add the products to the brand, because of course, once you have the brand, you have also the products within the brand itself. And the reason why we design in this way the platform is because you're going to have all your brands, and then under your brands you're going to have all your products, and under all your products you're going to have all your campaigns, and under all your campaigns you have your influencers. So this is going to give you clear segmentation of what is happening at the product level. So once you create the brand, basically what you will have to do is add your products. Also very straightforward. What you have to do is basically put the name of your product, the async, the brand, the category, the price, ratings, and the description, and also an image of the product. And I'm going to show you how this looks afterwards to the influencer. The reason why we want to make sure we put as much information as possible is because this information is very important for the actual creator when applying to your campaigns, to make sure that that's the actual product that they want to represent to their community, and actually makes a match to what they do on a daily basis on their live streams. Okay. So the more information, the better. We actually always advise to put all the fields to make sure there is no misunderstanding when it comes to actually doing the lives and the campaigns. Okay. Once you create the products and you add them to your campaign, basically you're gonna start seeing how your products start getting attributed to these brands. And in this demo account, we can see how we added already 7 products. And once you add your products, you are going to see that you get them segmented at the brand level. And then on top of that, you're going to be able to basically also edit all information of those products. So let's say you put some information regarding the description, the title, etc., that wasn't right in the first place. Don't worry, you're going to be able to actually edit that anytime throughout the whole process of basically adding this brand and the products on top of that. Once you have all your pros created, then you're pretty much there. The only thing missing now is creating the campaign. And once you create the campaign, that's it. You can forget about basically having to do any work, and your pro is going to get featured. So it's very quick. I mean, I would say if you need to do the whole process from A to Z, from creating the brand to the actual campaign, it's going to take you max 5 minutes. So it's pretty straightforward. And right now, as you can see on my screen, I already have my pros created. So the next step will be to create my campaigns. And this is where I basically specify what I want to achieve out of these specific Amazon lives, right? So in this next page, we can see some also demo campaigns we have created in here. And for example, for these specific accounts, the thing that you need to do when creating a campaign, and I'm going to show you next, is basically specify all information in terms of what the campaign is going to represent about, right? So what I mean by this is the campaign can only be done at the product level, and you need to specify what you want the product to be within your whole catalog, of course. So in here, I will have to choose, of course, my brand. I will have to choose the product that I want to basically feature on this Amazon Live campaign. And then I will have to give a name, right? The name will be basically the name I will attribute to this specific campaign to. Mainly, it will be for internal tracking. So I will say, usually for better reference, I will call it the name of the product, and then you could put a dash, you could put the date maybe you created, or you can put the name of the specific seasonality. Let's say you do it for Prime, or you do it for Easter, you do it for Halloween, you do it for certain specific, events during the Amazon ecosystem to push some sales. Maybe you want to put that within the campaign name, so you can then track that. Then we have the budget per creator, and that's where the whole foundation Amzbassador makes different from other solutions out there. Basically, Amzbassador, right, then making you decide on a fixed budget when it comes to they just present you the influencer and you need to pay whatever is presented to you. We basically came to the creation of a bidding system, right? And the way it works is very similar to Upwork. Basically, on Upwork, you will put let's say a job post out there, and then you get applications to work for you. The same is here. You create a campaign, and then the budget, depending on the budget that you choose, of course, you're gonna get different level of quality. In this case of influencer, to basically feature your product on Amazon Live. Usually, we advise you can start as low as $25. Of course, the lower you get, you're gonna get, of course, lower quality in terms of a reach of audience. I mean, all influencers that we have, they are being vetted and filtered. But again, of course, if you use a budget of $25 compared to $500, you can, of course, imagine the difference in reach when it comes to audience, right? And then once you choose the budget per creator, which is basically what you want to pay this creator, the other thing that we have incorporated, which has been working very well for our clients, and in terms of pushing what we call the call to action, which is generating a sale, is coupons. You can actually create exclusive coupons, which, by the way, is a very good way of tracking how your Amazon Live campaigns are performing. Because let's say you create a unique coupon that only this influencer is going to have, then basically you can track what is the amount of sales are coming through this coupon, and it's going to give you a very clear picture of down the line if this is the right influencer for you or not. So once you create the campaign, basically the way the campaign will look like is, as you can see here on my screen. So for example, it will look something like this. It has the full breakdown of the campaign, right? So in this case, basically what the client put is, I want to create a creator to showcase how the product looks in the room and talk about the overall quality of the product and experience. Then it breaks down the reviews. It has the links directly to Amazon. So if the client wants to see the specific product, then it has the full breakdown of how the whole structure of pricing works. The way it will work, right, is you as a brand decide a budget. Let's say in this case, in this demo, he created a $100 basically campaign. That means that the creator on this instance is gonna get the full budget minus, in this case, the commission that will be out of the whole operation from Amzbassador to make this happen, right? So that means the creator at the end is going to get $80 out of the 100, which is the budget. So this basically make sure that you don't pay anything extra. Whatever is the budget, from there we get the commission, and then basically the creator gets their cut. And on top of that, the other thing that of course you have to cover is the cost of the product, because something that we also did in Amzbassador that we found that needed to be a must for this to be very efficient for our clients is that we need to ensure that it was as frictionless as possible for the brands, because other solutions out there, then you need to basically have the homework of having to ship this to the influencer. The influencer needs to give you the address. Then it's a whole, sometimes it can become very complicated. And what we did here is that you pay upfront for the product price, and then the team within Amzbassador is fully responsible to make sure the product is ordered and then shipped directly, in this case, to the influencer, to make sure that you basically don't have to do this extra part, which sometimes to our team takes a lot of back and forth, but for you is very frictionless. As you can see, once you pay, we take over the whole thing. So once we create the campaign, basically what happens, and then I'm going to show you that more down the line in the demo, is how it looks for the creators. Basically, you create that and you're going to start getting applications, right? As I said, the purpose of this is to basically make it as a system, like in Upwork. People apply to you and you can then filter them out based on their profile, how they look like, and in terms of the reach of their community. And then you can make a decision that makes sense for your brand, right? So here, for example, we can see the different applications that this demo campaign got, and you can, for example, have a look at the different applicants that basically have applied to you. So you can have access to the Instagram, storefront, TikTok, etc., and give you some initial exposure to who they are as an influencer. Right now, this is for some reason not loading the picture, but you also get access to the full initial picture of the person, so you know who they are as well. And then on top of that, you can make a decision then if you want to approve it, you want to decline it, or you can just leave it on standby. So the reason why we also give you the option to leave it on standby, sometimes you may find some of these influencers that, they are the right fit, but maybe you don't want to start with that one initially. You want to start with another one that makes more sense. And let's say in this scenario, this person, they choose to work with Claudia and Sharon, right? In this case, as you can see here is a picture of the influencer. So it's like a duo that in Amazon Live, you're going to find that a lot. There is a lot of duos when it comes to streaming, like couples and things like that. And those are some of the ones that give you more traction because they have more combined community. And here, for example, this client decided to work with this influencer first. And therefore, the other ones just stay in standby, which means you can always go back and approve them and get more Amazon live streams down the line. And at the same time, you already work with Claudia and Sharon, which is you approve that influencer. And once you approve it, as you can see, you get a full breakdown of everything that happens. So you get when the influencer applied, you get when you approve it, when the product was shipped, when the product was delivered, and when the actually go live happens. And you get a full link of, in this case, of the actual live stream. So in this case, we can see that the product was, we can go back here, for example, and we can see that the actual product was the Mermaid wall decor. And here in the live, we can see how the product is here at the bottom. And if I move this forward, most likely along here, we should see the product getting featured. So yeah, this one, in this case, they were doing just a demo around the product getting basically applied on the room as the client wanted to get it done. So basically they did a demo. They did basically how the product looked, the material. Of course, here I'm not going to put the audio, but they were walking through the whole experience about how they were happy about the resolution of the printing, etc. And on top of that, on this specific scenario, this influencer also sent this video here that you can see here as a separated file. So then they could use this video within the listing. They could use it for marketing purposes, etc. So they got basically two things for one, right? And then, of course, once you have this Amazon Live done, because you have it within your creators, you can always go back and keep doing lives for within this influencer. So that's pretty much it in terms of how the dashboard looks for the brand. As she says, it's very simplistic, it's very straightforward. We didn't want to do anything fancy. We just want to make sure it works. And as you can see, it goes straight to the point. Brand, product, campaign, you go live, you get your proof of going live, and then you get basically everything done in a couple of minutes when it comes to setting everything up. Of course, everything that happens in the back end, you don't see here because that's where the team of Amzbassador comes in. But that's where the team makes sure the product is delivered. The team makes sure the influencer delivers on time. The team makes sure that they follow the instructions, and we also make sure that they follow the standards when it comes to results. And that's it for the brand. So of course, now I'm going to jump on very quickly on the creator just to give you a quick walk you through. But yeah, that's on the branding side of things. I don't know if you guys have any questions so far, but that's on the branding side of things.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's super straightforward, like you said.
Yeah, simple.
Really user friendly. So love it.
Awesome. So now we're gonna do very quickly the creator side of things. So as I say, the purpose of this is to make sure we make it as appealing as possible also for creators, because that's the foundation of our business as well. If we don't have influencers, of course, we cannot do Amazon live streams. So on this live demo account, you can see basically this is my demo account. So you can see just a dummy account to showcase how we look for a creator. And here basically is how it will look like. So it's like, as I was saying, the purpose of this system is to make it like a bidding system. Like influencers come here, they see the budget of the campaigns, and you apply. You can have a look at, for example, let's see this specific product. Okay, I want to see what is this product about. Like this, like a light bulb, like it's for decorative reasons. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't like it. I can see maybe what is the campaign about, what is the full review, the payment, and this give you a lot of flexibility as an influencer to basically apply to whatever fits your needs as an influencer. And let's say for some reason, I like a product that fits my need. Let's see this toy, for example. I apply, and then once applied, basically what it will look, it will be taken out of this dashboard. So of course, I don't keep applying to the same campaign over and over. And you as a brand, which is our dashboard, you're going to get a notification, oh, Vincenzo applied to this toy they want to feature. This is their information. This is the social media account. This is their past live stream. This everything. What you want to do, you want to approve it or not, and then you approve it, and then the whole process starts. I get also a notification as an influencer that I got approved, and basically I can go back to, in this case, right now I don't have an active campaign because it's a dummy account, but I will have active campaigns. I will see the full status. I will see if the status is product being shipped, product being delivered, or go live date is pending. I will see everything in my commissions. I will have a full transparency of the dashboard. And then it makes sure that you as an influencer, you can also keep building your portfolio, because basically as you start creating more and more campaigns, the other brand owner, of course, as you keep applying to the products, because they keep the history of the past live streams, you can start building also that relationship with those brand owners. And you as an influencer can have also an extra income on top of what you already do with your platform. You create an account, Amzbassador, you start building basically your portfolio here. And as the brands that work with us start getting to know you better, you basically can also make some side income as long as you are delivering, of course, on good quality content. So pretty straightforward as well. The only thing that you need to do to apply as a creator is you apply, then you get into a pending status, you get interviewed by our team. We make sure that you are really influencer, you really have an audience, you really know what you're doing, and make sure that you actually will follow all the whole process that we need to promise to our clients. Once you're fully approved, then you get basically access to our platform. As you can see, you can apply to different campaigns, and from there you apply. If you get approved, then you basically get assigned specific campaign, you get your product shipped to you, you feature it, and that's it. Also very straightforward.
Easy breezy.
Yeah,
I love it.
So I did it under 20 minutes, so I think that should be efficient.
No, that's perfect. It definitely feels like an easy way for sellers to get their products featured, right? It's a straightforward process, easy platform. There should be no confusion.
We did it super simple, nothing fancy. I mean, the dashboard, as you can see, is very plain, because we want to make sure that the first thing we're focused right now, it works, and that's the feedback that we're getting. So we're making sure the platform works as smoothly as possible, that you're getting always the best influencers vetted by your team, that you're getting your campaigns delivered on time. And then, of course, the goal of this platform is to keep evolving. So things that come in the roadmap is that you're going to also be able to filter, for example, influencers based on the different levels of the Amazon Live platform, because in Amazon Live, you have Rising Star, Insider, and A-List. So you have these 3 different levels of influencers. So that's a new filter that's going to come. And I mean, there are other things that, of course, we're going to keep confidential because they're going to be proprietary to our tool. But I mean, the goal here that I want to point out is that our tool is only focused on Amazon Live, and we're investing very heavily on this because we're seeing it in Asia, and I'm pretty sure, Rob, you saw it when you went to Japan. It's all about video. It's all about live streams, and it's a matter of time before Amazon Live explodes. I want to make sure that once that happens, we're going to be one of the pioneers to make sure we connect you with the right influencers and we can get your feature on Amazon Live.
Yeah. Influencers actually are a big thing over in Japan and can really drive a lot of traffic and a lot of sales. So I could definitely see this. I mean, this is just getting bigger and bigger, Lisa. I mean, we keep hearing about, Amazon Live. Vincenzo's been on talking about it. And there's no stopping it. I mean, there's entire dedicated channels to selling you stuff. So why wouldn't Amazon do this? So
yeah, exactly.
So absolutely. Why don't we go over real quick, the website, if people want to reach out to you, and the email, so they can get a hold of you if they're interested in finding out more information, either as, selling their items, or having their items featured, or maybe possibly being an influencer.
Yeah, of course. If you go to Amzbassador, you're going to find all the information there, plenty of videos of training, and walk you through the whole process. As Rob said, you can apply as a brand. Basically, if you're an Amazon brand right now in the States, because I need to point out that this is limited to United States only. Basically, you can create your account and get connected with your influencers. On the other side, if you're an influencer that already are doing live streams and you want to get you want to create an extra income for you, and you're a very good creator, you know what you're doing, you have a very warm community, come join us, because we are getting some of the top brands as well starting to use our tool. And you can start working with brands that maybe right now they are not listening to you because maybe you're a medium to small influencer, but because we're building this bridge, we can make sure that you can start building that relationship. And also at the end of the day, it's going to be beneficial for you as an influencer, and we do an amazing work. It's going to be beneficial for those brands where they can get access to quality content for affordable prices. So yeah,
there you go.
Incredible.
Lisa, you ready to go sign up be an ambassador?
I'm thinking about it. I'm genuine. I'm like, okay, I have the ring lights. Do I have the time? I'm genuinely thinking about it.
Yeah.
I do it in a money suit.
A side gig.
Side gig for the money man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That was excellent.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And it's on the screen, but you guys, amzbassador.com. And if you want to reach out to Vincenzo, business at amzbassador.com. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. This was absolutely fantastic. It's very exciting to see this tool, and love it.
Thank you. So much. It's been a pleasure. And thank you both for keep doing this amazing podcast. I think is one of the best in the space. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to do so. Yeah.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who tuned in today. We will see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Sellernomics podcast. Special thanks to our sponsor, GETIDA. Did you know that Amazon probably owes you money for FBA reimbursements? Get $400 in free FBA reimbursements at GETIDA.com/Sellernomics. Be sure to join us again next week for more great tips on how to grow your business. And thanks again for listening.